So I'm Patrick Smith here once again at the West Virginia Game Developers Expo 2018, and I'm talking here with Kyle Nestmann and Alex Garbus about the Aurora Game Development Club. So gentlemen, tell me about the Aurora.
So Aurora is essentially a national organization where you develop a chapter, and it helps usually or for college students as like a class supplement to help people get out of class and continue working on games and working on their portfolio, because to be a game developer, it's not as much about the degree, it's more about your portfolio. It's about the kinds of games that you make and how many games you've made, and the technology and the software and that kind of thing. So essentially what Aurora does is it creates milestones and social events and that kind of thing, so that it allows people to get together outside of class and work on games. So
Okay, cool. So you all have both been able to work on games. So Kyle, tell me about the game that you've been working on with Aurora.
So this semester I've been working on Take a Walk. So it is essentially a game about you're kind of stressed out, and so you need to take a break. So you go out and you take a walk, and so you kind of meditate and get out of your desk. And once you win, you can come back and you can get back to work and get back to whatever you're working on, whether it's a game or it's homework or it's video editing or anything you need. Yeah. So
What about you, Alex?
So I was working on Package Handler, which is we don't have it here because it is a VR game. Yeah, it's a game about handling packages, and it's more fun than it sounds. But yeah.
But being a part of Aurora has helped you all have this extra time to be able to develop these games?
Yeah, so like as Kyle was saying, just having that time outside of class, it's like what you do outside of class is just as important, if not more important, than what you do inside of class. Like, you could, have a degree, you could, go to a job interview and they're like, okay, you have this degree, but what skills do you have? Like, they need to see you have this portfolio of things you've done, projects you've worked on. They need to see that you're passionate about this profession. And so that's kind of the point of Aurora is, just being able to work on the stuff outside of class.
So at this point, did you all start your own chapter? Is that how that came about?
yeah. So essentially what happened is,
So I guess my question would be if someone was interested in getting hold of your chapter or starting their own chapter, how would they go about that?
So the way that you can make your own chapter is you can actually go to auroragdc.com, Aurora Game Development Club. And so you can email Ron Williams. He's the person in charge of all of Aurora. And he will, start the conversation. And hopefully, we can get more chapters. We always do. Every semester we have a chapter game swap. So all the games from another chapter, you swap your games with their games, and then you do quality assurance testing, and you test each other's games and play them out, which is a really cool event. As well as, we also do things like this, where Aurora goes to different expos and conferences around the nation, and if you submit your game to that submission process through Aurora, then you're actually able to have your game there. So I had a game at Siege, which is in Georgia, so I was able to have a game and show off a game there, and get some testing, get people to play it, just essentially have more press around the games that you're making in a student format.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for talking to me about Aurora Game Development Club. Thanks.
Thanks.